fellows, welcome back again into the meeting room. I hope you all guys are doing well, enjoying your weekend. I'm doing well. Okay, so we trade based on price action. Okay, so there are a couple of techniques to look at the price actions. Like some traders look at the pin bars, some traders look at the wicks and their trend reversal point, and some traders look at the impulse, okay, at their potential reversal point. We prefer to look for the impulse at a potential trend reversal point. Okay, so that is price action for us. Okay, so that price action convinces us that price is going to reverse. Okay, if we will see that kind of price action on our trend reversal point, we are interested to take that trade. If we don't see that kind of stuff over there, that means your trend reversal point the price can break that trend reversal point. So I hope you all guys are clear what we look, what we look when price hit the trend reversal point. All right, so basically we look for the impulse. If price start to generate impulse at our trend reversal point, that convinces us that we can take trade at that point. All right, so I was looking at the ideas. All right, that is the trend reversal point. Okay, so this idea, I posted that idea. I can see over there price is at my reversal point. That is my trend reversal point. All right, that is my trend reversal point. I will only look for buy when price is going to convince us, or going to convince me that it is going to reverse the direction to the other side. If price not going to convince us, it is just going to break down, I will not look for buy. All right, now here it depends on you. Okay, what kind of trader you are you aggressive, or you are less aggressive, or you are more, you want to get, you want more information before getting into the market. Okay, some traders, they have small capital, they don't care about their risk, they get into the market straight away when price hit their reversal point. Okay, but those who are managing little bit bigger capital, they want more information or more confirmation before getting into the trade. Okay, they don't want to lose something like big money. Okay, if you are losing like $10, $15, $20, $50, you're not gonna care about that. Okay, and if you are losing, $5,000 or $10,000, of course you're gonna care about that. Okay, you need more confirmation or more information before getting into the market. All right, so it's all about your risk, how much risk you are taking. If your risk is small, you're not gonna care about things, you're not gonna care about confirmation or information like that. Yeah, so you're just gonna get into the market. All right, so we try to get into the market when we are sure that price gonna go into our way. All right, so we don't trade on those trade setup which are less possible or which has less probability. I mean to say, if a trade setup has 10% probability, I will not suggest you to look for buy or sell on that trade setup. I will always ask you to look for buy or sell on those trade setup which has high probability, like 80%, like 90%, or 95%. Okay, so it's all about probabilities. All right, so if you are sure about that trade setup, that this trade setup has a high probability and gonna go into your way, all right, then you need to take risk over there. Okay, so if you are losing $5, $10, of course I don't think so you're gonna care about that, right? But if you are taking huge risk like $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000, you of course gonna care about that. Okay, you will see the probabilities first, you will see the info, you will see the confirmation. Okay, so all right, so we are at trend reversal point here, and that is the trend reversal point. Okay, we are looking for that wave. All right, so we need to watch at this place on lower time frame what price is going to do over there. All right, if price is going to give us any impulsive signs or any good price action. Okay, price action means that if we are experiencing impulsive moves on lower time frame, okay, if we don't see that moves or that kind of waves on lower time frame, you just need to wait. You just need to wait. And if you can't wait that, just get into the market. And if you want to lose your money, just get into the market. That's it. You're gonna get the losing trade. All right. So it's all about on your trading behavior. What kind of trader you are. All right. So when price start to move into a specific direction for longer run, price keep that wave. Okay, keep that wave for next couple of weeks or next couple of days. Not gonna turn that wave into another direction right after starting that wave. So we try to get that wave from the bottom or top based on the price action which we use at our reversal point. Okay, so price is at reversal point. We are anticipating that price gonna reverse. Okay, quite similar like that when price was at the top. So one thing was confirmed that the price is at reversal point, and we were experiencing that price is going to form this kind of pattern formation over there. Yeah, and if we're gonna see some nice price action over there, we can look for downside. We can sell over there to the downside. Yeah, all right. So that was the wave. So we have seen couple of trades set up within that wave. Okay, we have seen couple of trades set up within that wave. All right. So that was the direction. Let me show you what trade setup we have seen in that wave. Okay, so that was the price section where the price started to go into other direction. So I have shown that image, that image with you guys when price was forming that pattern. Okay, that was the impulse continuation pattern. Impulse, okay, another continuation pattern, broken down, forming another continuation pattern. Okay, we were looking for sell at this place, continuation to the downside, and we were also looking for continuation under this trend line, if you guys remember that. Yeah, so these are the trade setup which were forming over there. Okay, so just couple of days ago, if you guys remember that, I have shared that chart as well with you. Okay, when price was forming trade setup over there. All right, so some of you guys shared your charts as well when price was forming this trend continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, so these trade setup has the high probability. Okay, so we were tracking that big wave on bigger time frame. We were anticipating that price gonna go to the downside. Okay, price gonna come close to this place. We were anticipating at that place when price was there. Okay, so that was the price action which we were anticipating. That was the price action. Okay, that was the price action. Impulse continuation, impulse another continuation. Yeah, so if you are taking trade setup from the top, you are doing well. Okay, and if price is giving you another chances to get into the market, forming another trade setup, you are doing well. If you are reading those trade setup, you can get into the market straight away if you can read those trade setup. Yeah, so there is no trade when price is already on the move like this. Okay, when price is forming impulses, there is no trade setup, there is no trade setup, there is no trade setup. All right, there is no trade setup because price is on the move. Price is not setting up for the trade. All right, only gonna set up for the trade once price gonna pull back or gonna give you a chance to get into the market again once it is going to correct back to that impulse. Okay, like that, right? Impulse like that, impulse like that. All right, impulse like that. All right, so that is the trade setup. Price is just forming over there. All right. Okay, so we trade only then when we see the trade setup. All right, we don't trade on the moving candles or based on the support and resistance. All right, so we trade when price is just setting up for the next move, for the next wave. So we trade on waves. Okay, so that was the trend reversal point. Okay, so we can see that price is forming trade setup of this flag trend continuation pattern. Yeah, so price was setting for the trade setup. If you're gonna sell without setting it up somewhere here, you are just getting trapped over there. Yeah, it is not ready to move on. So you can buy sell wherever you want. So without setting up, there is no trade setup. So wait for the price when it is just setting up for the next move. If it is not setting up for the next move, don't trade over there. Yeah. Okay. So we were anticipating that price no gonna break out. So we will look for buy here at that place. Okay. So I'll explain this pair later on. Okay. Let me show you the previous week. What trade setup we were looking in the previous week. Okay. So that you can understand, guys. All right. So that was the short-term trade setup. Short-term trade setup. Okay. Within that triangle. So that short-term trade setup completed itself. US dollar index, let me bring back that chart. All right, so that short-term trade setup, is about to complete. All right, just close to the trend line. Price is just going to hit the trend line. So that short-term trade setup is going to complete over there. Okay, let me show you the old. Okay, and there was the euro USD. Okay, euro USD short-term trade setup. Okay, but that short-term trade setup has a high probability risk. Okay, risk has a high probability over there because it is just going to hit to your reversal point. If you are looking to short-term trade setup with up to this place, you need to look for sell setup somewhere here so that you can manage your risk reward ratio, and probability gonna be high over there once price gonna pull back enough. All right, so that short-term trade setup is over. Price is just hitting to the trend line. Okay, that was the short-term trade setup. Is over there. Yeah, that short-term trade setup is over, gone, and you can see clearly here. Yeah. All right, so USD CAD is already completed that short-term trade setup, just extending the ranges here at the top. All right, so we were looking to sell at the top again once price was hitting the short-term up trade setup within that the flat channel is over. Okay, now that pattern is going to extend the ranges, forming expanding triangle. All right, so short-term trade setup is over. So we are looking for reversal from the top. Alright, so that trade setup is also over. Uzi Chief is also over. So that trade setup was for short term. That trade setup is also over. So that was the place on USD. Okay, so if you are making trade setup here at this place, that trade setup has a less probability and higher risk. Okay, less probability means that price can go into your way like 20% or 30%. Okay, but now price has moved into your way, but you are selling within these ranges. Yeah, you are selling within that pattern, so risk gonna be very much high over there, right? So price is just testing the previous low. All right, so it can turn back. All right, it can turn back and can form another pattern over there. Yeah, so that trade setup only going to be for short term. All right, so if you sold here, you can hold that trade for longer run. If price do not reverse back from this place, gonna break down this place, gonna break down, you can hold that trade for longer run. Okay, for more pips. So every time when you are looking to sell within a bigger pattern formation, always remember that risk gonna be very much high. I have explained that before on USD CAD as well. Okay, because pattern can turn into any other direction. So short-term trade is over. Euro, yen, so pound USD again. Okay, so CAD yen is also completed that short-term wave, short-term trade setup. All right, so that is the pound yen. Okay, I'll explain that. So what we were anticipating on pound yen. All right, so we were anticipating that short move. Okay, short-term trade. So that short-term trade is over. All right, now let's move on to the charts. Okay, so first of all I will start from the dollar index. Okay, so we were anticipating that wave, you all guys remember that, yeah? So reversal from the bottom, now we are getting close to the trend reversal point. All right, so again we will watch for the price action. So price action, simply if price stop at the trend line and other indications are favorable, they are saying that price gonna reverse from that place to the other direction, you can use that information for entry. Okay, if you are not comfortable for with that information and you are looking to get into the market for uh, based on the further information, then you can wait. You can wait for the price to give you a reversal signal like impulse. If you will see the impulse, you can join that impulse. Okay, and if you are still unsure, like you want that no, price is not going to go into your way, then wait for the continuation pattern. All right, and if you can't wait for all these things, I think you should not trade. Okay, all right, you can't get profit just getting into the market without any information or without any strategy or something like that, yeah? So you will have to use any strategy to get into the market. All right, if you are using support and resistance, of course you will wait for the price to come to your support, and then you're gonna act, or your resistance, and then you're gonna act. So always wait is there. Without waiting you can't get trade set up. All right, so we have to wait here. We need to watch what kind of price action is going to be over there, what kind of reaction by the price we're going to see over there, and then the trade setup gonna form over there. Yeah, currently price is just coming close to your reversal point. If you just gonna sell over there without any strong information, you may get into the market early, yeah, and may get stopped out over there. Okay, so we are getting close to the trend reversal point. All right, so we need to watch for the price. Once price gonna stop here at this place, then the trades are gonna form. All right, it can continue to the upside, can break out. All right, if so, if price break out, clearly break out that for me, that trend line, we will see the price action at that area. Okay, we'll watch the price action at the previous high. What kind of price action we're gonna see over there? Either price stop or not. Okay, now if you want to take that trade setup for short term, all right, so you need to go back to your lower time frame. If you will see the continuation pattern on lower time frame, you can join that trend continuation pattern. You can trade to the upside. Okay, the wave has still some potential left over there. If you can read that continuation pattern, take that trade like that. Yeah, so it is just building the trend continuation pattern. If you are confident on this trend continuation pattern, take that trade. All right, the risk is very much high over there because the move we were looking from the bottom, that wave is going to end, going to die, and you are just trying to push that wave further to the upside. So you need to understand the risk. Okay, it can fall at any time to the downside because it is just hitting the reversal point, completing the pattern formation. So you are trying to push that wave further to the upside. So understand the risk before you are getting into the trade. Okay, so that wave, let me bring back that shot. All right, so that wave is going to die here at this place. Okay, if stopped here, we're gonna look for this wave. All right, for that wave, first of all, price have to stop at the reversal point. If price not gonna stop, you are just trying to push that into other direction. You are selling against the short-term trend. Short-term trend is to the upside, and that trend is not showing you any reversal except indications. Your indications are only saying to you that sell it. Okay, but indications are not just confirming you that it is going to reverse until you will see that impulse is just coming over there. Okay, so we have seen that kind of price action here at this place. Okay, impulsive price action over there at the bottom. So that wave is about to complete. Okay, so that wave is about to complete on both your USD and on 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 dollar index. Yeah, so longer term trade setup, a short term wave is about to complete within that triangle. Okay, so trend still bullish on dollar index and bearish on your USD. Okay, so the longer term trend is still over there, and we need to keep in our mind that price can break the trend lines, these trend lines. Okay, these trend price can break that trend line, so keep in your mind all the time. All right, so that was the price section which you guys need to look for. If you can't read that, or you can't identify that kind of price action, you need to work on it. You need to work on it, guys. You need to work on this. You need to read that price action. Okay, that is the information which is going to tell you that price is going to reverse into other direction. Okay, I hope you guys got the idea, because price repeat this price behavior again and again. You need to read out that price section at the reversal point. Okay, so you guys have seen that kind of price section at the top as well. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna watch price action at the reversal point. It can break out, guys, be careful. It can break out. All right, it can break out. Don't try to catch early tops. All right, so just be patient, wait for the price to stop over there, and gonna give you some impulsive signs, something like this. Then we're gonna get the trade set up over there to the downside. Yeah, so as long as price is just pushing, if you see this short-term trade setup, short-term trend continuation pattern on your lower time frame like this, okay, just buy. Okay, like that, just buy over there. Yeah, if like that, just buy that. If you understand the risk, you can buy. Right, if you don't understand the risk, or you are not sure, confident on the trade setup, just leave that trade setup. Okay, move on to the next. All right, so you can see it is just pushing. All right, so quite similar on USD chief as well. All right, so we are hitting the trend reversal point. Very much possible that price gonna break out. Okay, break out. If price not gonna break out, then we are interested into this wave. Okay, the way we were anticipating since last couple of weeks. So, all right, so that is the way for next week. All right, so we will watch price action. Once price gonna stop over there, so you will see clearly once price gonna stop over there, start to fall, you will see these signals over there. Yeah, it is going to turn into direction. Okay, so same here on Euro USD, we are close to reversal point. Okay, so it can break down or either can bounce back. So currently we don't see any signs, any signal that it is going to reverse. Okay, we don't see except indications. All right, we don't see any things except indications. Only indications are just telling us that price can turn back from this place. All right, and that information is not good enough to get into the market. Okay, all right, for a complete reversal. Right, but some traders like to get into the market early, trying to catch the top. All right, so most of the time they get into the market early, can trap and can stop though. So you need to understand the risk. It can break down, guys. All right, so if so, we're gonna pay attention at this place. Okay, so EuroCAD broken down. All right, so that was the price behavior. I have explained that before as well. Okay, so price was extremely overbought at this place, and price is generating the impulse. Okay, after that impulse, you have seen the continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, impulse, another continuation pattern, impulse, another continuation pattern. Yeah, and other bigger continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, so these are the trend continuation pattern which were forming over there for the continuation to the downside. Yeah, so that behavior set the direction. Okay, because big cats or institutions are getting into the market, they are getting into the market, all right, and you can't force that direction into that way. Okay, that way they are setting the direction, that is the direction which they are setting. So you need to read that. You can call this candle whatever you want to do that, big candle, shadow candle, engulfing candle, whatever you want to do that. You just need to understand that behavior, that price behavior, and why that price behavior is coming over there on your chart. Okay, because huge liquidity equity is just coming into the market, or invest, institutions are getting into the market, or big banks are getting into the market, right? Or big boys getting into the market, they are selling over there. Okay, so if you can read their behaviors, you know the direction which way price gonna go. Okay, so broken down, we are watching price action at this place. All right, so those who sold here still holding that trend, move on break even. Yeah, if price is going to continue, if break down that trend, break down that previous low, if break down that previous low. Okay, so you can hold that trade for short, for longer into the downside. Okay, so the next trade setup, where the next trade setup gonna form. Okay, if price no gonna break down, gonna give you some impulsive sign here at this place, you can take off, you can buy for this short term. Okay, and if you don't see that kind of price action over there, just price is going to go to break down, then there is no trade setup. Yeah, it is just going to break out. All right, so I will not ask you to look for sell at this place. Okay, so where you need to look for sell, you need to wait for the price to leave that previous low, and once gonna come close to this trend line by forming a trend continuation pattern and test the previous trend line or previous pattern, or you can say that previous resistance, then your trade setup gonna form to the downside. Okay, that gonna be the trade setup. Okay, so let me tell you again, fellows, by showing that chart on clear chart, trade setup on clear chart. All right, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. All right, so if break down the previous low like that, all right, violate that previous low, all right, like that, all right, and then start to correct back and gonna form a continuation pattern, that's gonna be the trade setup for the downside. All right, then gonna trades the form over here for the continuation of this trend to the downside. All right, if price no gonna break out at this place and gonna reverse back, that is the place where we need to pay attention for this trend continuation pattern. I hope you guys understand this. Okay, now if price do not break down, how you need to read the market. Okay, you need to look at the price section at the current price at this place. Okay, you need to watch the price behavior at here at this place. Okay, if impulse start to emerge over there like that, then it is not going to break down. All right, and as long as price is just forming these kind of patterns, it is going to continue. All right, it is going to continue exactly like sugar. All right, okay, and if you will see this kind of price behavior, all right, this price behavior will tell you that it is not going to break down, it is going to reverse into other direction. Okay, that price behavior. So price repeat this price behavior again and again, again and again, again and again. I hope you guys understand that. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, so cat chief is quite similar. All right, you need to look at the catch if as well in the same way. Okay, we are at the reversal point. Either price is going to break out, all right, and if not, we're gonna pay attention at this place. Okay, remember before that we were anticipating something like that. All right, so we haven't seen that kind of formation over there. Yeah, okay, so every time price is just every time when price is just moving, that does not mean that it is forming a trade setup. Okay, or you can't buy or sell moving on moving candles. You only can buy or sell when just setting for your trade, your wave or your next move. Then you can get into the market for high probability. All right, so quite similar like that. New Zealand chief, we are watching that trend continuation pattern. Okay, so this trend continuation pattern is taking very much long time. Yeah, so that trend continuation pattern is forming over there. All right, can identify something like that as well. All right, that daily trend continuation pattern. Okay, under that channel. All right. Okay, so currently indications are oversold. Okay, or showing some divergence to the upside. All right, so which means that if we are looking for downside, so price must have to stay at this place for quite longer time, then the next continuation gonna form over there. All right, so as long as our indications are not favorable here, it can turn up. All right, it can change the formation. All right, so let me show you the trade setup on lower time frame. What kind of trade setup you can look for on short term. All right, let me go back to the lower time frame. Okay, so impulse, and that is forming continuation pattern to the downside. Yeah, all right, so pay attention over there up to the previous low. All right, so up to this place, and I'm gonna watch price action over there. Yeah, so it is something like your risk taking entry, forming that risk taking entry test trade setup over there. Yeah, so euro yen, so euro yen, I have, that is the way we are looking for. Okay, I have spoken about that before as well, right? So now it's about the price action. All right, that is the price action which is just appearing over there. That is the price action which is appearing over there. If you can't read that price action, okay, so you need to figure it out why you can't read that price action. You can see this price action. All right, this price action. All right, so means that someone is interested at this place. Okay, someone is interested at this place, but when we look at this kind of price action and this pattern formation, all right, this pattern formation, all right, it can further break down, further push to the downside, and then again can turn up, turn to the upside with aggressive impulse. Okay, so we are still looking for upside. Only clear breakdown means something like aggressive candle like that will change the formation we are looking for the upside. All right, okay, clear breakdown gonna change the formation, that formation gonna change. Okay, so far so good. So euro yen is doing well. Yeah, we were looking for sell from the top, we got that wave. We were looking for sell it again, come on, we were looking for sell from the top again. Now we are looking for buy here at this place based on this price action, based on that price action. Okay, so that wave, if that wave starts to appear over there, will take a couple of days, even it can take a couple of weeks. All right, if that wave is corrective, something like that, then it can take a couple of weeks. And if that wave start to rise aggressively, we may get that wave within next week, or yeah, possible we're gonna get that wave in next week. Okay, so that is the way we are looking for. Let me look at the other yen pairs. Other yen pair is like chief, yen. Yes, so chief yen is quite similar like that. All right. So that is the wave we are looking for next week. Okay. So pattern is quite similar. You all guys can see that. Yeah. Okay. So that wave is corrective, and that is the wave we are looking for. Okay. So we are at the reversal point at the bottom. Once that impulse gonna appear over there like that, you will see the continuation to the upside aggressively. Okay. Even it can break up. We'll see that. And if we don't get that wave, we only gonna get the corrective wave, we're gonna sell to the downside, simply like the previous one. Okay, like the previous one, like that. All right. So if we get that corrective wave, we are seller again. Okay, so we are not buying straight away by just looking at the candle. We are not buying, right? Until we will see the impulse, okay? Until we will see the price action on lower time frame. Currently, we can see it is just showing some strength at the bottom, yeah, some strength, okay? But that strength is not going to continue to the upside. You all guys can see that bearish momentum is also there, okay? Bearish momentum is also there. When that bearish momentum gonna die, we will see the reversal. Okay, impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation. Okay, Ozian, all right. I'm looking for that wave, all right, that up wave. Okay, now let's look at the lower time frame. Okay, currently it is not ready to buy. For short, those guys who are looking for short-term trade, you need to look for a sell rather than buying. Okay, but before looking to sell, you need to understand the risk. We are at the reversal point. Anytime impulse can appear over there and can stop you out if you are looking to sell with the tight stop. Okay, you understand, you need to understand the risk. So short-term trade setups are there like this. Okay, flag broken down, flag broken down, another flag broken down. Okay, so put your stop here, that is your trade. Put your stop here, that is your trade. Put your stop here, that is your trade for short term. Okay, so you need to understand the risk. Okay, so for short term, the trade setup is with the previous trend, but for bigger wave we are looking for a reversal. All right, so we can see this forming trend reversal pattern. All right, it can arise aggressively. Okay, quite similar like that. If so, we are looking for that trade. All right, so Ponyan. Okay, so last week a couple of traders were looking for breakout setup somewhere here. Okay, I have explained that last week as well by showing you the charts. Okay, I have explained that pair with detail. Okay, so those who are looking for breakout here, they end up with losing trade. Okay, because price is not going to continue over there. Okay, so how some traders were looking to buy the breakout over there, something like that. All right, looking to buy the breakout like this. All right, come on guys, you can't get the breakout setup buy the breakout setup over there. You don't see what we see. Okay, those guys, don't see what we see. Okay, what we were watching over there, we were watching over that thing. Okay, that is the continuation to the downside, that is not the continuation to the upside. That is not forming a buy the breakout setup. Okay, so those who are buying the breakout or something like that end up with losing trade. Okay, let me show you what we were looking over there. We were looking for that trade. Okay, that was the trade setup which we were looking over there. Impulse, price was forming continuation pattern. Okay, and that was the trade which we were looking over there. Yeah, so we got that trade over there, and let me show you the next one. That was the trade. Okay, we got that trade over there. Now we are looking for price at the bottom, okay, so that we can manage our risk reward ratio. We are looking to buy at this place for the continuation to the upside, because we can read that pattern. Okay, the way, the way those guys read that pattern, we don't read these patterns in that way. Come on guys, you don't know the formation which we know. Okay, we have dealt these kind of patterns before as well. Okay, so that is the place where we're gonna pay attention. Okay, we gonna pay attention at that place again, similar like that place. Okay, we have got short-term trade set up here at that place. Okay, so we did not end up with losing trade over there. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so impulse and continuation. Yeah, impulse and continuation. Yeah, that was the impulse and continuation, and that was the impulse. Okay, all right, so price is testing the bottom again. We gonna apply same technique over there at the bottom. All right, we gonna watch price action here at that place. If impulse and continuation pattern, that is the continuation pattern, that is the trade. Okay, and then we gonna watch the breakout here at that place close to the trend line. Right, so it is very simple. Those who are confused, can't read that pattern formation, always they're gonna look for breakout somewhere here, or buy the breakout over there, or buy the breakout over there. Yeah, if you guys remember that, yeah, last week one guy came to me and he was saying that he was looking to buy the breakout somewhere here. He was saying that close to 141 and 500, and he's just losing $30,000. Yeah, when you are just following anyone, or with blind, yeah, was losing $30,000. Yeah, when you are just following anyone without open eyes, always you're gonna lose that. Okay, so there is no buy the breakout setup, there is no buy the breakout setup, there is no buy the breakout setup. Okay, so whenever you are dealing these kind of pattern formation, pay attention at the bottom rather than looking the breakout. Okay, every time when you will look, you will try to buy the breakout, you will end up with losing trade. Okay, because these kind of trade setup always, if not always, then most of the time form with the oversold and oversold conditions, and you are buying against those conditions. Yeah, that's the reason your buy the breakout or sell the breakout setup is going to change. Okay, and later on you're going to say to the people that, oh, my price is not breaking. I was saying that buy the breakout, it is not breaking. Okay, so later on you're going to make the reasons. So far so clear guys. Always pay attention on your indications when you are looking to buy the breakout or sell the breakout setups. Either that buy the breakout or sell the breakout setup is favorable to you or not. If so, then buy the breakout. Then look for buy the breakout, sell the breakout. Okay. So here my indication on this pair was favorable. Yeah. And that buy the breakout setup was perfect for me. Okay, watch for breakout. Here at that breakout setup, my indications were perfect. Okay, price wasn't, indication wasn't against my indication, was not against my breakout. They are showing me breakout. Okay, so if whenever you will go against these things, you're gonna pay the price. So don't follow anyone blindly. Okay, I hope you guys got the idea. Okay, so that was the breakout. I was talking about the pound yen. Yeah, that is the pound yen. Pay attention at the bottom. We're gonna watch for the breakout to the upside. Once price gonna come close to this trend line, we will look for breakout. If not, that is the place where we're gonna look for buy. Okay, because we can see that this is the continuation pattern to the upside. We'll see the bottom once price, at the current price. Pound yen and USD yen. All right. Okay. So it is still forming continuation pattern to the downside. Okay, quite similar like the CAD yen. I will show you the CAD yen later on. Alright, so wait for the price to come up to this place. That is the way we're gonna look for. Okay, so short term, those who are looking for short term, okay, just identify these ranges. You guys can read the formation. Yeah, identify these ranges. You can see that price is running within these ranges. Okay, so pay attention here. Impulse, pay attention here. Look for this trade, for short term trade to the downside. Okay, so we are looking for a reversal to the upside. Okay, so nice impulses are appearing over there. You can read that. Okay, we're gonna pay attention at the previous low as well at this place. Okay, either it is going to break out or going to rise back aggressively to the upside. Okay, we'll pay the attention over there at the previous low. So CAD yen. Okay, so CAD yen is also forming the same formation. Right, let me show you the bigger formation first. Okay, that formation, that is the bigger formation. Okay, so that move is very much possible. All right, that move is very much possible. All right, so because you guys can see that impulse forming continuation pattern, yeah, can break down to the downside. So short term, still there is sell, and once price gonna come close to the bottom trend line, we need to watch for the impulsive aggressive behavior. All right, so impulsive aggressive behavior to the upside. Either price is going to rise aggressively or going to rise correctively. If correctively, we will try to take that trade and we will try to sell from the top again. Okay, so bigger trend continuation pattern formation is over there. Okay, so you guys remember that what we were anticipating when price was forming that short-term trade. Okay, right, so we are still into this structure hasn't changed much. We are still into this structure, this bigger structure. All right, so that was the short-term trade. So now we are looking for that wave. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Let me look at the lower time frame for the short term, because you guys love to look for short-term trade to the downside. All right, impulse triangle formation. All right, so that is the trade for short term, guys. You need to understand the risk. We are at reversal point. So in indication, indications are just a signs that price can reverse from this place. Okay, indications will not confirm all the time that price is going to reverse. Only gonna give you an idea that price can reverse from this place. Okay, I mean to say, you just can get the idea that from this place, institutions or bankers or big boys can get into the market. Or that, you understand that, yeah? From that trend reversal point, they can get into the market. Okay, and when they are getting into the market, you will see the impulse. You will see the impulsive price behavior. And that impulsive price behavior will tell you that they are buying or they are selling. Okay, without that information, you can't you can't get the idea that when they are getting into the market. Impulse gonna tell you that they are getting into the market and they are setting the direction of the trend, are going to continue the previous trend. Okay, okay, Tabiso. All right. Okay, so short term to the downside still possible. All right. So if you want me to show you the exact buy and sell or stop place, then something like that, yeah. All right. So based on the indications like that, right? Right, so currently that trade setup is based on the indication. All right, so risk is there. All right, risk is there. It can come up the trend line, can stop here, and then can fall back again. Right, because price is still within this formation, this trend, this pattern formation. Yeah, this pattern formation. So it's up to you. If you are looking to sell for short term, then you need to understand the risk. I think we, yeah, better to put somewhere here. Yeah, yeah, that's better. Okay, but guys, we are looking for big waves. Okay, to the upside. All right, I mean to say we are anticipating that yen pairs gonna weak. Yen gonna weak against the other pairs. Exactly. If you are looking to get short-term trade setup on lower time frame, this means that high volatility and less probability. Okay, high volatility and less probability means that you can stop out. You can get out from the market by putting tight stop loss. Alright. So what do you think, guys? Those who are getting into the market, I mean to say, like big banks or institutions, they are buying, selling. Do you think that they are buying, selling with tight stop losses? I don't think so. That they are buying, selling with huge equity, with tight stop loss. Yeah. So they don't want to lose their trillions on with tight stop loss. All right. So use a reasonable stop so that market can move into your way. All right. Let's move on to the other pairs. Pound USD. All right. So I will talk about the pound USD. All right. Okay. So here is the point, guys. The trade setup was there. Second trade setup was there, and the third trade setup was based on the breakout. Okay, that breakout. But I'm not willing to take that trade setup based on the breakout. Okay, and if I will take that trade setup based on the breakout of this trend continuation pattern, where I'm gonna put my stop loss. Okay, if I'll put my stop loss here, that is tight stop loss. Okay, market can kick me out. All right, it can reverse back, can change the formation, gonna kick me out. I have a losing trade. All right, even I'm going to pay the previous profit back to the market if I'll take that trade based on here. Yeah, it can change the formation. All right, so I know that price is respecting that bigger formation, all right? Whenever price gonna come close to that formation, then the trade setup gonna form, and that trade setup has a high probability, all right? Price gonna fall rather than gonna rise. Price gonna fall, and if I will take trade over there close to those areas, then more likely I'm gonna get profit rather than gonna get losing trade. All right, so probability is there. Whenever price gonna come close to the top, price gonna form a trade setup, and if I'll sell here based on the indication at that place, I can get this short-term trade or small profit. But if price gonna reverse that, my winning trade can turn into losing trade. Right, so still when we look at the indications are not showing continuation at this place. Okay, indications are not showing continuation, although it can continue. All right, but that place is not going to form any trade setup for me. All right, trade setup only gonna form for me if price come close to the top again at that place. All right, or if price going to form a continuation pattern and other continuation pattern. Okay, Okay, if price is going to continue like that and going to come close to the trend line, then I will look for a trade setup. Yeah, first of all, I will have to wait for the price to move down and then pull back. I'm gonna give a continuation pattern. That is the trade setup for continuation to the downside. Yeah, if it is going to go to the downside, perfect, good, we sold here, we sold here. Okay, why don't why we need to worry about that? If it is going, perfect, it is going into our way. Yeah, so all right, so if it is not going to continue, going to change the formation, we will look for change in pattern formation. Remember, before that we were looking for possible triangle formation like that. All right, okay, but here at that place our indications were showing that it is not going to form a triangle. At this place it is not going to form a triangle. It is going to continue to the downside. It can break down. Okay, it is not going to form the triangle which we were anticipating. It is not going to form that. Okay, going to break down. All right, so that is the reason I updated my chart. And also to guys, pay attention over there, it can break down. Okay, so you guys can see that chart. Okay, watch for clear breakdown. If do not break down, then sell from the top. Where is the top? Here is the top. Okay, here is the top. That is the place where the next trade setup gonna form to the downside. Yeah, impulse price is just changing the formation. So we were anticipating that it is going to change the that flag formation. Okay, so again guys, if it is not going to continue, and other formation is very much possible. Okay, that formation is very much possible. You need to keep in your mind. Okay, so watch price action previous low, what kind of price action is going to be over there. Okay, so we are still we still have some potential over there. Okay, the way we were looking still have some potential. That wave still have some potential over there. All right, so far so good. It is behaving perfectly or amazingly. Yeah, breaking down that continuation pattern, breaking down. Let's see if it is going to change the formation, and which formation we're gonna see over there. Then we will look for the trade setup. All right, okay, so we are anticipating that wave on this chart. Okay, that wave. Okay, that wave is for longer run. Okay, so pound pairs may fall for the last big wave to the downside. Okay, so that is the reason we are still bearish on the pound pairs. Okay, because it is rising correctively and falling aggressively. Okay, so impulse, and that is the continuation pattern to the downside. Okay, so sold here on the breakout. We'll see the change in formation at that place, either going to continue, going to break down, or going to rise back again to the top again. We'll see the price action at the top for the sell again. And if you guys are looking to close or looking to buy here, that is the price action. Okay, you need to repeat the same behavior at the previous low. If it is showing you some impulsive signs, it is going to rise back again to the top. Okay, so it is simple. We're gonna repeat the same technique again. pound New Zealand Pound New Zealand is about to break down, guys. Just keep an eye on it. Yeah, it is about to break down. So it is so much corrective. You all guys can see that, so much corrective. We are about to break out. Maybe we're gonna get breakout in this week. Yeah, the week is just about to start. Yeah, maybe we're gonna get breakout to the downside. All right, so be ready for this pair from the top. Try to sell from the top again and again whenever price just hitting the top again. Okay, whenever it is just coming close to the top, try to sell. Okay, so the upper trend line gonna give you an idea. Okay, the highest price place, your highest trend reversal point. Okay, upper trend line can give you an idea. All right, if start to rise aggressively, that is the place where you need to pay attention for the short. Okay, that corrective ascending channel is about to break. Soon we're gonna get the breakdown to the downside. Yeah, so far this impulse still in play. So far this impulse still in play. All right, price getting a rejection to the downside. Okay, if test that, watch, will not break. Yeah, so it can take that much time. You're not gonna get that good trade in a one day, man. Okay, so price takes time to set, takes time to move into your way. Okay, so for big waves, be patient. For small waves, go back to your 5 minute or 15-minute chart. You're gonna get trade set up over there. Okay, but your probability gonna get affected over there, or your consistency gonna get affected over there. You may get a lot of bad trades on your lower time frame. Okay, so that was the trade from bottom. That was the trade over. Let me bring back the chart, because you guys don't understand which trade setup is for short term and which trade setup is for medium term, which trade setup is for longer term. Okay, that trade setup is over. Okay, we can see prices just changing the formation. So some of you guys sold, took nice profit on this pair and getting ready to sell again. Remember that I sold here, yeah, I told you. Okay, so guys, every time when price is just hitting the top, this top, you get that top. Whenever price is just testing that top, we're gonna watch for sell to the downside. Once price violate that impulse, reason to sell over. Okay, that is the reason to sell. That is the reason to sell. I have explained that reason many times. All right, because we can see that big boys sold there, right? And that is the important point. That is the important point. Okay, whenever price gonna come close that place, they can push price into the downside again. Once that point violated, price close above, we're not gonna rely on that anymore. Okay, so far you guys are taking nice profit in this pair. Yeah, some of you sold here, bought here, yeah, and sold here, taking good profit. Okay, so let's look at the lower time frame, what we are experiencing on lower time frame. We have seen nice impulsive move in the last week, lower time frame. Yeah, so price is resisting at that impulsive. Maybe we price not gonna come close that top again, gonna start to continue to the downside. That is very much possible. Okay, for better risk reward ratio or good risk reward ratio, those who took their profit here at the previous low, watch that previous top again. Okay, because our impulse, that is the place where the big impulse generated itself. That is the place where you need to pay attention. Okay, if price close above that, somewhere near that trend line, we need to reanalyze our chart. We need to look for the reasons again. Okay, we need to search the reason again for short. So far price is not violating that impulse, we are looking to the downside. Okay, on bigger time frame you can see price is still in that corrective trend continuation pattern, follows. Impulse still in that trend continuation pattern. That is the place where the invalidation points come over there. If close above, we'll see the price action at the previous high at that place. Okay, to the downside. So far we are still bearish. Aussie Chief. Okay, so let me bring back the previous one. Okay, broken early, you guys can see that. So broken early. Okay, broken early. So here is the place where we need to pay attention at that place. Okay, we were anticipating breakout of that flag broken out but correctively. Okay, wasn't aggressive. Okay, so we can see that is forming continuation pattern to the upside. Okay, so it can come to the upper trend line again as well. All right. Okay, so those who are looking for short term, you can buy. The risk is there. My sell place is there. If price test that place, that trend line, I'm seller. I'm not buyer. I'm seller. We are at the top. This is the weekly top. All right, that is the weekly top. Whenever price is getting close to the top, I'm seller. I'm not a buyer. I'm seller. I'm more interested to sell rather than the buy. Okay, I'm seller here. Whenever price come close to that area, okay, I'm seller to the downside. I'm not interested to buy. So I hope you guys are also interested to sell whenever price gonna come close to the top. And quite similar on this pair as well. Okay, it can come close to the upper trend line, fellows. Alright, it can come close to the upper trend line because we can see it is continuation pattern. Alright, and if breakout, aggressively breakout, so wait for the price to clearly. I will not suggest you to buy for this. Okay, I'm not interested to buy. If it is going to continue, I will let it go. Okay, up to this place, I'm not interested to buy for this short term. I'm only interested to sell this pair, Uzi Chief and Uzi Euro. Yeah, I'm only interested to sell. I'm not interested to buy for short term to the upside. So we're gonna pay attention here on this place. All right, we're gonna pay attention, guys. I told you we're gonna pay attention at the previous low. All right, because indications are not showing continuation at that place. Indications are not showing continuation that place. So that is the reason we're gonna pay attention at the previous low. Let me tell you what we were anticipating previously. We were anticipating some daily continuation pattern formation over there. That daily trend continuation pattern formation broken down. Yeah, the formation we were anticipating did not complete over there. We are paying attention at this place now. All right, so you can see we are close to that place at the reversal point. All right, and that flag is over. So short-term trade, that was the short-term trade is over. We're gonna pay attention at this place. How are we gonna pay attention? We're gonna watch the price behavior. If price stop there, currently it is not stopping. You all can see that big bearish candle. Big bearish candle. Currently it is not stopping over there. You can see it can keep moving like that. Right? So if so, guys, we need to look for same price behavior for continuation to the downside. We need to what for the same price behavior, this kind of price behavior for continuation to the downside. Yeah, if we will see this kind of price behavior, then the trade setup gonna form over there to the downside for continuation. All right, so quite similar like that the previous one, price did not complete that continuation pattern broken down early. All right, so that is the trade setup. That is the trade setup. So I don't think so we're gonna get that continuation pattern, okay, because indications are not showing continuation to the downside. Maybe we're gonna get some impulsive wave from this place to the upside like that. All right, yeah, always for continuation every time when you are looking for continuation trade setup, always you need to go back to the sugar chart. That is a perfect example for that. Let me show you that, okay, because so that you guys can understand. Every time when you are looking for a continuation pattern, go back to your previous trend, draw your trend line, and watch for the continuation pattern. If continuation patterns start to form, then your trade setup gonna be over there. If you don't see that trend continuation pattern, price is just rising aggressively against the previous trend, it means that previous trend is going to be over. Okay, so go back to the Tech Trading Academy. That is the example. You can, that is the, okay, that was the previous trend. Price was forming continuation pattern, continuation pattern, continuation pattern, breaking down, continuation pattern, breaking down. All right, so that was the continuation trade setup, okay, continuation trade setup. All right, so you guys can see over there breaking down. All right, breaking down. Every time when you are looking for continuation trade setup, you will have to wait for the trend continuation pattern formation, and the best place when that trend continuation pattern is testing your trend. Okay, when that continuation pattern is testing your trend, that place gonna be the trade setup place or reversal place. All right, so that is the reversal point. So far we don't see any continuation or any reversal signal to the upside. All moves are corrective moves to the downside. Okay, impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation, another impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation, still forming continuation. Okay, if we see that kind of price behavior, okay, that kind of impulsive price behavior, then we're gonna look for buy, guys. We're not gonna look for sell. Okay, if we don't see, at least we need a big correction, big continuation pattern. That continuation pattern must come close to the trend line for another sell, setup. All right, so far so good. Let's move on to the Aussie CAD. Similar like the Australian dollar. Okay, so basically the point is where the trade setup can form, that is very important point. If price come close to that point and it is forming the trade setup over there, your indications are favorable over there, you can look for buy, you can look for sell. Very easy. We were anticipating here, yeah, we were anticipating here at that place. Price is not testing that place, so you guys sold here, some of you guys sold here. You don't need to be worried about that. You are still into that trade, you are taking profit. And if you are not into that trade, took off your profit, and if you are still looking to get into the market, you need to wait for the price to form a trade setup. Okay, if that continuation pattern again appear over there, there is the place where the trade setup gonna form. Okay, if price not gonna come up to that place, let it go, okay. If price never tested that place, going to continue, I don't need to be worried about that. It is going into my way, that's good. In case if it is not going to go and reversing back, coming close to your potential trend reversal point, setting up for the trade setup, then you need to be worried if you are not into that trade, or if you are not taking that place for the reversal or for the next wave. So I hope you guys understand. We need a continuation pattern because price move in forming impulses, forming continuation pattern, forming impulses, forming continuation pattern. So for best place to get into the market, identify the best trade setup place. So not interested on pound chief at the moment. It is on my trend reversal point. Currently, I'm not interested on that in that pair on that chart, right? So we'll update about that once I see that it is going to form or at least gonna come close to the upper trend line or lower trend line, both pair, yeah? Pound, Euro pound or pound chief and pound Aussie as well. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, we are coming close to the bottom. Okay, so guys, here is a very important point. I have just made that point before as well on Euro pound, on pound yen pair. Okay, Simon, I hope you are there. So we are experiencing same thing over here, yeah? So I told you there is nothing for buy the breakout. There is nothing for buy the breakout. Whenever you are dealing this kind of formation or trend continuation formation, your lower trend line is a place to look for buy, for early entry, or for entry based on risk taking strategy or indication so that you can manage your trade. If you're gonna buy here by the breakout within the pattern formation, you may get trapped over there. Yeah, explain that pair in the previous meeting, in Thursday meeting. Okay, so we have seen the breakout to the downside. Okay, so there wasn't a breakout setup, something like that within that pattern. How many times you will try to buy the breakout within that pattern and gonna fail? How many times? All right, so you are just trying to buy the breakout based on your divergence. Okay, and divergence not gonna help you all the time. It basically it was forming the short trade setup. Okay, within that trend continuation pattern to the downside. That is the place where we need to pay attention, guys. That is the place. Okay, quite similar like that. Whenever real impulse will start to continue to the upside or buyers gonna get into the market aggressively, price not gonna stop here. Okay, or price not gonna stop here within that bigger trend continuation pattern. Gonna clearly leave that to the upside. Okay, so don't follow divergence blindly. Okay, don't just follow divergence blindly. Divergence not gonna help you all the time. The thing or the information gonna help you all the time is your impulse at your reversal point. Okay, because impulse set the direction. Impulse gonna help you that it is going to reverse or going to continue or going to change the formation. Right, so that is the impulse we are relying. Okay, so that is the invalidation point. We are coming close to that point. Okay, we are paying attention here. All right, so here are two things, guys. Two things or two way price can form. We can see impulses over there. If price start to form a continuation and gonna fall back again, simply. If so, we're gonna sell for short term. All right, and if we don't see continuation pattern, we will see the impulse which gonna completely reverse to the other direction. Okay, and how you can join that, how you can identify that impulse, that's the that is the price behavior you need to look for. Okay, if that kind of price action be going against to the downside, I mean to say impulsive to the downside, it is just going to extend to the ranges to the downside. Okay, or going to test the previous low. So you all guys can see that impulse, it is not a corrective way. Okay, so it can further push the downside. So don't try to push to the market to the other direction based on your trend continuation pattern, guys. Within that I'm not talking about you guys. Some traders are just posting their ideas on social sites and asking to the people to buy the breakout or sell the breakout. Okay, basically those guys who are new, don't know about the buy the breakout or sell the breakout, they may get trapped over there. Yeah, same like the guys who came to me last week and was asking that he's losing $30,000. Okay, so don't do those kind of mistakes. Yeah, so So far so good. Any pair which I have left, let me know, guys. Any major pair which I have left, guys? Yeah, New Zealand yen. Okay, so New Zealand yen is forming falling wedge. Let me show you guys what was the bigger waves we were anticipating. Okay, so we were anticipating first at 21st July, yeah, that wave, okay, and reversal and price action at that place, okay, that is the price behavior, or the wave which we have seen over there, yeah. So that's called the prediction, okay, that is the prediction, okay. We have seen that, and once price was testing that place, we were anticipating that wave, okay, completion of that bigger pattern formation. All right, okay, so you guys remember what kind of price action we have seen over there, yeah. So we have seen very nice impulse over there, yeah. That is the next wave which is completing. All right, so we are close to the reversal point, we are paying attention at this place. Okay, so that's how impulse behave. That was the nice impulse. Okay, that corrective uptrend no gonna continue like that. I have told you many times when it was just forming over there. Okay, so that was the impulse. Okay, and that was the continuation pattern formation. Price never went beyond that place, never violate that impulse and going to fall. Okay, all right, so you can see over there setting up for the big move. Okay, setting up for the big move. That was the big move, big wave. All right, now how are we going to deal that at current price? We can see bearish move is dying. That bearish move is dying. Okay, so only two kind of price behavior may appear over there. Okay, I'll do that. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so two kind of price behavior may appear over there: impulsive or corrective. Corrective, continuation to the downside. Impulsive, it can further push to the upside. All right, so we are paying attention at the lower time frame, like 4 hour continuation, still continuation forming. Yeah, it can further fall back. All right, so if you are looking for trade set of a short term at the current price, at least price come close to this trend line. Like what, Arshad? Like what? Okay, if we are looking for short-term trade setup, so price should come close to the trend line. Like what? We have just spoken about that. Like what? Yeah, like sugar. Exactly. Okay, like that. Then the trade setup gonna form over here for continuation to the downside. Yeah, for longer run or for medium term, you can say that. Currently, we can see still forming continuation pattern. It can further push the downside for short term. All right. Okay, so it can further push to the downside, but we are not interested into that short term. We are more interested into that direction. Okay, only then when we will see the breakout of this pattern with strong impulse. Okay, so divergence not gonna help you all the time. Some traders just post their ideas by looking at the divergence and think that price is going to go into their way. That is the price action we're going to see over there. Okay, so very much likely we're going to see impulse over there. Why? Because we are looking on other yen pairs that those yen pairs going to get weaker. All right, yen going to get weaker. All right, so if so, that pair going to rise also, and New Zealand dollar gonna rise also. We are looking for rise on New Zealand dollar as well. Okay, if that pair start to rise, New Zealand dollar, pound New Zealand gonna start to fall, New Zealand yen gonna start to rise. Okay, maybe we're gonna see some rise on New Zealand chief. We'll observe that pair. Okay, so pay attention. So you are talking about the euro New Zealand, the euro USD. Let's look at the euro USD. Okay, so the the important place to pay attention. Okay, so let me show you guys at which place I was looking euro USD to the downside. Okay, so some traders were just looking for the reversal, big reversal to the upside. Okay, so that was the place where I was looking to. Yeah, I will show you. Okay, so that was the place where I was looking to short. That was the place where I was looking to short. That wave completion. Okay, that wave. Okay, so I will show you that chart later on. But you are talking about this. You are talking about this, Arshad. Okay, so what pattern is this? What pattern is this? Is it reversal to the upside or is it continuation to the downside? Yeah, it is continuation to the downside. Yeah, very simple. We all can read that. So we all can read this thing as well. Okay, we all can read that price behavior as well. Okay, so we all can read that kind of price action. Okay, we all can read that kind of price action. We all can read that kind of price action. Okay, so it can break down rather than reversal. Okay, it is going to break down. Okay, so it will break down. I'm very much optimistic. I'm looking beyond 1.0. I'm looking beyond 1.0. Euro USD looking beyond 1.0. Okay, so the pattern formation is very much clear. Let me show you how many formation this pair has formed over there. So the first formation was triangle. Okay, similar like the dollar index. That triangle formation broken down, formed reversal channel here, broken out, formed continuation pattern here, going to continue at that place. Okay, that was the place where I was looking to sell. Okay, impulse broken down, formed another continuation pattern, broken down, right, and now forming another continuation to the downside. Okay, that continuation is quite similar like the previous one or like that continuation. Okay, that continuation is quite similar like these two trend continuation formation. Now let me show you where I was looking for short. Here I was looking for short. Yeah, I have shown you here at that place. That was the short. That was the short place. Short reversal place. Okay, so that is the wave which I was anticipating on 3rd May 2016. Okay, so here you can see prices testing the place. All right, so I have placed a couple of more charts when price was going to go into my way. Yeah, okay, so that was the trend reversal point. Okay, if breakdown, continuation pattern required. So we have seen that continuation pattern at the lower trend line. Yeah, so you guys can read that here as well, continuation pattern formation. Okay, and that was another amazing sell place. Okay, breakdown coming soon, expecting this wave. Okay, so you can see broken down, that broken down. Okay, and that was another sell place, sell from top. Okay, so you can see price respected that top, going to continue to the downside. Okay, so basically that was a bigger pattern which was forming under that ascending channel, which was forming under the ascending channel. Okay, so you can see over there going to continue. Exactly, price was following the arrows. Okay, so that was the pattern which was developing under that bigger pattern. Yeah, these two bigger continuation pattern, and that was the way which we were anticipating. Okay, so I'm still looking for continuation rather than reversal from the bottom. Okay, but as I have explained, the euro Again at the start. Okay, currently we are watching price action. Okay, the previous trade setup, we were looking for sell here, we got that way. We were looking for sell here, we got that way. We were looking for buy here, we got that way. And we were looking for sell here, we got that way. Okay, we were looking for sell here, we got that way. Okay, so sell here, and was selling here and selling here. Okay, now watching price action. So bigger trend is to the downside. Okay, Russia, you got that? Okay, so that is the continuation pattern. That is the continuation pattern. So we are in a longer term downtrend. So we'll see the price action either going to reverse or going to continue, as I have explained at the start of the meeting. Okay, guys, any question? Everything is all right, yeah? Okay, guys, so we're gonna end here. So enjoy your Sunday, have a great night. Thank you very much for being with me, guys.